Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are you...
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance. Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay? landing.
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final master core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food. But there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's stand-ins. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had, but now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point, but...
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well...
Hey.
Pardon me.
Realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. You must think we're just damning from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Volrun soldiers. Watch yourselves.
Holy Lord! This one's mine!
Here I come! Reflect on thy sin. Here I come! With black and gray! I'm not done! Execution!
Back into the square! Lightning orb! Mega ray! Gemini orb!
Dragon form!
Now, Law, get toasty!
Burn strike!
Lightning contained!
Everlasting gun!
An astral arch?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Bloody hell! I'm ready! Even
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
I sure wish we could go on vacation.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt for us to unwind a little for once.
Not like we've got the gall to spare for it, though.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Haros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. And leave me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us.
Huh?
Well... yeah.
No way.
Huh? Got it. Boomy! Boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies?
No way! All right. Having to inform her mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her. Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Easy peasy. I knew I could handle it. Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There are Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her. wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
You guys want to rest here?
Yes.
What?
Hmm? Hmm?
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Whew.
Hmm?
Good.
Hmm.
Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean, Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, Law.
You're welcome?
What a rush!
That's no ordinary stray there.
We'd best stay out of its way for now.
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
What?
What's that noise?
Alfred, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganath Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cislodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I thought too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave. That's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Guess I misread the landing.
see what you've got.
You're mine!
Lightning condemned! Searing delay!
Take this!
Come forth, holy glimmer! Searing
Double
delay!
demon fang!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Reload! I'm out of ammo!
Here I come! Wind!
Begin!
Shut up!
Elusive deity!
Soaring blast!
Primed and ready! Magic is
Severing
out!
wind!
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
All glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
I'll take you all on!
I never miss!
I'll face you! Double demon fang!
Leave the enemy parts to me!
No complaints here!
Double demon fang!
Dream!
Dragon swarm!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Water, hear my call! Spread! Raging sword! Burning strike! Pierce
Take
evil!
this!
Green Lancer!
It's on! Thanks! Shut up!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me. Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
Through! No further!
Radiant, here goes!
Double Demon Fang! Eat dirt!
Thunderblade!
Double
I
Demon
shall
Fang!
feel you where you stand!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll blind you with a
Now,
stone!
annihilation!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot!
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Less talking, more doing. Now,
Remote!
astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them.
All in a day's...
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
Save you from...
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Illuminate the storm!
Now we're not...
Devastation!
Blind freak! If they kept it still! Seal, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
I'm ready! Seal!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
The heavens must be smiling.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it, chosen to hide out here.
But with the entrance collapsed and exposed, they must have been forced to come out of hiding.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Burn!
Lightning
Double demon fighting! Dragon Swarm!
Can't get
Be
out
careful,
of this!
everyone! This one isn't normal! Dragon Swarm!
Pesky airborne
Double
scoundrels!
demon fight!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Double demon fight!
Here's the evil one.
Dragon Swarm!
I can shatter any steel. Now, Kizara, go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Scream.
Radiant here.
You got fire!
I got this. Let him marksman handle it.
All yours!
Leave the enemy's arms to me.
No complaint here! Double demon fang!
Lunar corruption. Can't be stopped. All right. It's showtime.
I'm ready!
Light
Demon
beyond.
fang!
Astral energy. Full throttle.
That worked like a dream.
I pity anyone who stands in our way.
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along. Go no further!
Double demon fang!
Here's the
Burn it hell!
They knew it here somehow, but they're
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
This one's mine!
Can you take it? Double demon fang! Dragon
Do
Swarm!
it!
Double demon fang! I'm not done!
Gemini Aqua!
Double demon fang!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got!
Well done!
Double demon fang!
No further!
I'm ready!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Don't get careless.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Here I go! Photon, illuminate the storm! Cut forth, holy ground!
They smite with blackened
Are healing curls aren't even natural?
to ensure you survive.
Healing circle! Now, thanks for the healing.
Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too.
Double demon fang!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Here! More from the
Let them not skin. They smite with blackened blade.
Here's a healing art!
Double demon fang! Dragon
Radiant
Swarm!
sword! Whoa, hey! One at a time! Throttle!
I'm ready! You're finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
We seem to have come across something a little
Come and face me!
This one's mine! Air
Demon Fang! Dragon Sword!
Now I've seen everything!
Severing Wind! Stardust! Rending you apart! Devastation!
precision, timing. All a perfect 10.
That's it? Nothing else to add?
You take meticulous care of this fire.
Inside me yearns to be let free! Stardust! Take this! Double Demon Fang! Wind! Fading Pile Driver!
I'm ready!
Double
Now!
Demon Fang!
That was almost too easy.
No enemy can stand against us!
Hey, that looks pretty good.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegis?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissance, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Halim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegis may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cislodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell, are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegis along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... There has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the two of them have in common is that they're both Renins.
Okay, you two. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
opponent like this should be easy.
In a bind?
Confiscated!
Double Demon Fang! Damn it! Double Demon Fang!
Mega Ray!
I owe you so much,
Do
Ray.
it! Maybe my
Scoundrel.
art sounds like a job for you, truly!
Sure. Tons of you.
Here I come! It's over! Take this! Double Demon Fang!
You need to be healed.
How the mighty have fallen. We may be a touch beyond our depth.
We barely got a look at the thing.
Gotta break through!
Hold on to your art. Here I
Ignite!
come! Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Elusive deity! Eagle
Double!
Ray!
Highly Thunderbolt! Thunderblade! Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy land!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with her sword.
Sheena.
Holy glimmer! Holy land! Hear me! Flame of spirit! Water! Hear my call!
Take this! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
I'm practically unstoppable.
I'll take you all on! Double Demon Fang!
Pierce evil!
Does it hurt? Elusive deity! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! You've got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman
Your
handle!
arts are really incredible.
All yours!
Now! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Double Demon Fang! It's on!
I'm
ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more! That astral energy was incredible!
I gave it everything I had.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
La,
Yeah, we're getting close.
You got company! Water, hear my
Double Demon
call!
Fang!
Hey,
Dragon
dance
Swarm!
in the wind! Glacial spear!
Here I come! You're finished! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Holy glimmer! Holy land! Do it!
In an instant! Impact Block! We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner. Discourteous, aren't you?
Pierce evil! Illuminate
Come on! You're finished! Here I come!
I'll heal you all! Raging cascade! Healing
Can you
circle!
take it? I'm not done!
Let's engulf you! Take
Reflect on my sins. They might
We've turned the tables on them.
there are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. Dragon Swarm!
Watch them weep! Annihilation!
Take this! Win!
Now!
Devastate!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Do it!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me. Let's see what you've got.
Where are you going?
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
with the earth!
Do it! We don't have firearms here on Dana.
I can show you mine if you like.
That would be really awesome, Xion.
Double Demon Fang!
This calls for a celebratory drink.
Little help!
Resonate with the earth! Can't get out of this!
Double Demon Fang!
Glacial Spear! Piercing
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Who wants to die next?
You're mine!
I thought you were going to wreck the place. I'm not nearly finished yet, and I'll provide assistance however I can.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was included.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen someone actually look flustered. No complaints from me.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
We made it to Cislodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back, as soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Heros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah, now we can focus on finding a ship.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harros should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. A knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harros would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legil, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.
Looks like we got another reward.
I didn't realize that so many still remained. Danan owls truly are majestic indeed.
I thought the Danan owls had all but died out myself. That's what I get for making assumptions.
Just so we're clear, this place is supposed to be a secret.
Yes, I'm aware. Places like these should be kept out of the public eye.
It's a pity, though. With proper training, they could be made into a magnificent chorus.
What are they hooting about now?
Alphen and Xion can interpret for us, right?
Huh? Oh, no, I mean, it was just a lucky guess last time.
Yeah? Maybe you'll be lucky twice. Go on, give it a shot.
Really? Well, if you say so. Let's see. Listen to them. Are they really up to the task?
What do you mean? You're the one who put them in charge.
It's my responsibility to protect our friends.
Stop trying to take everything upon yourself.
This is what the owls are saying?
Of course.
I must say, though, we've found quite a number of owls. It's a testament to how much you care for Hootle, Rinwell.
I wonder which branch Hootle will perch on.
Rinwell?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. Well, come on. The perches are only half filled. We've got to find the rest of the owls.
I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out, like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure filled with memories.
We've reached our destination.
see what you've got.
We don't have firearms.
I can show you mine if you like.
That would be really awesome, Shion.
We're in good form!
What's that huge Zoogle over there?
Stay far away from that thing, Rinwell. I have a bad feeling about this. As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
Exploit the enemy's weakness! Dragon Swarm! Can't get out of this! Okay, here I go! Keep charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Good! I'll leave it to you! Benediction light.
Sorry, I didn't want to put you out.
What are friends for? Depend on them.
You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
Begin! Burn it hell! Okay, here I go! Double Demon Fang!
It looks like you got this one covered.
It's over!
I'm your death, Joaquin. And tonight's meal is on you.
You got it. What to make? I'll smash you! Eagle Ray!
Magic is there! You got the death. I owe you, Shion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
In a bind?
No escape!
Water!
Double Demon Fang!
Air blood!
Burn it hell!
The fluidity of
Win!
Sorry.
But this fight ends here! Now, Asuna!
Right! I'll heal you all!
Double Demon! It's go time!
No!
Can't end here!
I couldn't make it in time.
Here's evil!
Power towards its
Freeze Lancer!
From beyond, imbue
Water!
this
Hear
vanquished
my
soul
call!
with resuscitation.
Illuminate Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Freeze Lancer!
Heal!
Here goes! Radiant Spear! Lightning! Still Supernova! Lightning to death! Razor Blade!
Soaring Demon Fang! It's wide open!
It won't escape me.
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Catapult!
Armor won't save you.
Lightning Orb!
Elusive deity. Soaring blood. Can you take it? Forgive me. This is my fault. I've used too much.
I still got some fight left in me. Luna Blast! Raging Storm! Luna Light!
Double Demon Fang!
One more! One last
Now I can
chance
let
is the
loose.
Luna
Now
Blast! Air Thrust! Light after light! Water! Hear my call! Spread!
Double Demon Fang!
Flame of Fury!
You picked the
Now!
wrong fight!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here I go! Got Photon! Lightning to
Double
death!
Demon Fang!
Thunderblade! Here, Illumination! Blah, blah, blah! That's his birthday! Holy Land!
Watch
This
yourself.
one's mine!
Incredible power.
Double Demon Fang!
Stay calm.
Now you see what I can do!
Into the shadows!
No being interrupted.
End like this.
Stay away from my... friend!
Take this. From beyond. Imbue this no further.
Come forth!
I hope this medicine works as promised.
Holy Land! Sorry, first aid!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life.
Freeze
Dragon Swarm! Resuscitation! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! It's in your hands now. Double demon fist!
Hear my call!
Try harder! Now! Here I come! It's over!
Ready and ready! Illuminate the dark!
Now you see what I can do! It's too much!
Holy land! Point shield!
Breathe faith and blood. Hounding you up!
It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone! Okay, here I go. I owe you one.
Ready to go!
Benediction. Double demon fang!
Heal! Far enough! Radiant, I'm ready!
Double demon fang!
Lightning orb! Raging cascade! Annihilation!
Benediction.
That one's mine!
Heal! Another incantation ruined. Eat dirt!
Raging storm! Here, let me help! Huddle! Shattering dance in the wind! Feel!
Dragon Swarm!
Picking you up right away!
Now you see what I can do!
Burning!
Resonate with the earth!
That's
mine! On your can't move!
Not long to go now.
We couldn't have done it without you, Renata.
The enemy is going all out! Resuscitate! I'll heal you all! Healing circle!
Okay, here I come.
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with my friends.
Shia.
Water! Hear my call!
Now remember, double demon fang! Dragon Swift! Take this!
Raging cascade!
Double demon fang!
Breath! Healing the wind! Can't be
Ripping you apart! Bloody everlasting dark! Negative
Ready to go!
Heal! From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with
Glacial
From
spear!
beyond,
Here's evil!
imbue this vanquished soul with
Pleasure!
resuscitation!
I can handle it! That's gonna start!
Thanks!
Formation! Photon! Bomb net!
Burn!
Holy land!
Double demon fang! Now,
Amazing.
while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Demon fang! And look not
Here we go!
I can carve through armor!
Again!
Rotating bioscience! Double demon!
This
is looking good.
Water! Holy land! Not in your dreams!
No further.
Radiant here! Illuminate the dark! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! The enemy is going all out! I'll heal you all!
Nothing gets by me!
Here comes a big one!
Yes,
this is...
do it! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
With this, I can become even stronger. I think it's safe to rest here now. I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
I'm skeptical.
Right. Hmm?
What?
Right. Afraid not.
Right.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Hey. Just great. Hey! Good.
What?